Good morning, girls. How's the YardBirds this morning? You guys up to a little bit of work? Yeah? How about you, Baldy? You up to a little bit of work? Whoop. Someone's letting us know something's happening. Yeah, let's see what's going on over there. You ready for work? Is that your problem, or you just lay an egg? Huh? We got a new Cackleberry in the nest? Hey guys, we're back. Well, that old OSB board come off pretty hard, but I think I've got it where I want to. I've cut lines vertically down where I want it. I'm going to have the wall start about a foot off the floor. I use the deep litter method. That way the two litters from each coop can't go back and forth very much. And also I have about a 5-foot gap in between there that I'm going to make the wall, and I believe I'll have a door dividing it with some poultry wire or whatnot. That way I can shut off the two coops if I want to, or leave them wide open, either way. And we also got a little bit of the styrofoam up for the ceiling. 2 more sheets to go on that. We'll throw the OSB board on the ceiling. So there's always tomorrow. Hey, like I said before, if you enjoying what you're watching, or even if you're just getting a laugh out of it or whatnot, don't forget to hit that sub button and become part of Yankee Liv'n family here, and enjoy some of the work with the YardBirds. Where are the YardBirds? Yeah, they're all out in the pasture and trying to get a little bit of grass into them before the night ends here. So anyways, we'll catch you guys a little bit later. You guys have yourself a nice evening. Well, as you can see by the amount of light here, and I don't know if you can see it raining out there, but anyways, we've got another day of rain and stuff. Supposed to come in heavy rains again tonight, and hopefully Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be a little bit better. Anyways, you might be wondering, how are you going to get those plywood pieces up there by yourself, Brad? Well, I use what they call a dead man. There's a couple different ways. If you can see that 2x4 at an angle there, going there, I've got that nailed up there, and I've got another one over on the other side right there. And what I'll do is I'll slide a sheet right up in there, and yeah, it'll be a little bit below where I need it, but once I get it in there, I can position it, hold it up with my arms, my head, whatnot. It's just called a dead man. Another way of doing it is, there's a lot of different ways. Anything that works for you. You can make yourself kind of like a T, and I might even do that T out of 2x4s when I get to the higher part up here. Get it up there and wedge it up in there with a T section. You know, you learn all these different things when you're working alone, and make it easier on you. But anyways, hey, we'll get back with you as soon as I get a couple of these sheets up. Alright guys, well, we got the first sheet up with a little bit of Yankee ingenuity. Rigged it around a little different, but we got it tacked up there. I've got a couple pieces of 2x running over the next edge, and as you can see, I'll bring the next 4x8 sheet through that stud wall there, and we'll ride it right up the edges of that, up into the groove over there, along with this edge going up and whatnot, and we'll get it right up in there and tack it right in place. Welcome back, guys. I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see, but just to give you an idea of what it takes to put up a sheet like this when you're alone in a confined space. Anyways, get ready to laugh. Okay, after a few choice words that you didn't need to hear, get the dead man in there, and we can start putting some screws. Whew, that was a workout. just about do it right there. Throw a few screws in this and get it done. Alright. More screws. Alright, I won't bore you with the rest of those screws, but it just kind of gives you an idea of what you got to do with when you're all alone. Anyways, we'll catch you back in a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. Look in the viewer here. You can see the blue lines up there where I snapped the lines. I would say I don't know if you can see these lines right here. Snap those all the way up. That way it helps you where you're going to put your screws and stuff, so you know you're going to hit a stud, or a rafter I should say, and whatnot. So there we go. I'll put a couple more in. There we go. Kind of gives you an idea how they go. I go all the way up and down those 3 blue lines and the 2 outer lines, and then we'll go from there and see where we left off here. We got 2 sheets up on the ceiling. They're mostly tacked on. I'll snap some lines and get everything all screwed down after I get the last sheet up. We have 1 more sheet of insulation board, and excuse me for the wind. Another windy day here at Yankee Liv'n, right here in Maine. Don't you just love spring? Well, get out of the wind here. At least it's not raining. It's been raining for the last almost a week now. Right, hopefully I can squangle this sheet on up in there, get this cut piece up in behind there first. Alright, well, we get it halfway. Now, if we can get it up there the rest of the way, I'll be happy. Alright, hopefully we'll get that up in that slot. And I've got a turnbuckle up here. When I get it up there, I can spin it around and it'll hold it temporarily in place. Let's try it. You ready? Guys, want to give me a hand? How about give me a 1, 2, 3? Oh. That's how it's done. Well, as you can see, it's up there. It's braced. Now all I got to do is kind of finagle it around and get the screws in it and whatnot. I'll get it in there and get the screws up and we'll be back. Alright, let's try to get that last sheet up and not kill ourselves. That's how you do it when you're alone. Couple blocks on the end, a little turntable in the middle, get it in place, and see now I can squeegee it around and whatnot, and get a screw in here and there, and get it in place, and then I'll come back in and clean up in here, snap some lines down through the ceiling with a snap line. And for those of you that aren't familiar with snap lines and whatnot, hey, I'll explain that and I'll bring it on in and we'll do a quick little clip on that. So we'll catch you back in a few minutes. Alright, I know I said I was going to show you on the ceiling in there, but it's a little dark underneath there, and I'm not exactly sure how the film's coming out. This isn't the best camera in the world, and as I get making these short little videos and stuff, hopefully I'll get some better equipment and whatnot, so kind of bear with me. A snap line is nothing more than a way to make a long line to cut something or to line something up to make sure all your screws hit the centers or whatnot. And that's all it is. I mean, you can do everything from 4 feet to as long as the chalk line will go out to. So we'll show you exactly how it works. Anyways, you're going to measure off. We'll say if you want to rip this piece of plywood, you can come across here, mark it at 3 feet. We'll just say, go down the opposite end, do the same thing, 3 feet. Okay. And then what you're going to do is any way that you can, depending on what you're doing. In this particular case, I'm going to just throw it up underneath the sheet because it's easy for me to do, and it'll hold it there. Get the line, get it right on the line. I mean on your mark, I should get right on the mark. Okay. Try to keep your chalk line off your work, else you're going to make a mess. Bring it on down. Pull it tight to your other mark. And then reach in as close to the center as possible. Pull straight up. Hopefully you can see that, but my chalk is running a little bit low. But anyways, I think you get the gist of it. And now you can rip that piece of plywood on the mark, or if you're on studs on the floor, or like I was in there on joists on the, ceiling rafters. Hey guys, I just come to think of it. Really haven't showed you the old coop before we start putting the new coop up here. Anyways, that's the front. As you can see, some of the painting isn't done. Like I said, we did this late in the year as far as the painting goes and whatnot, and then this spring decided to remodel, so we kind of held everything all up. Let's take a walk in and see what we got in here. As I said before, wow, imagine that. Full house today. Wow, good girl. Little YardBirds are, wow. Now let's take a look inside and see what we got going on in here. Oh yeah. Oh. So that's pretty much how she is. Of course, we use the deep litter method, and well, you surprised how much litter is in this and gets turned over by them, and there's hardly any ammonia smell in here whatsoever. And here's the girls over here. I kind of disturbed them a little bit, but some of them kind of lingering on the nest anyways. I got one there getting ready to try to do the escape. You guys, anyways, we'll get back with you guys, and we'll talk to you later.